Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by gpac. gpac, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Corner, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we're joined by the NSIC Women's Cross Country Individual Champion, Alyssa Becker of the University of Mary. Alyssa, thanks for joining us on Spotlight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, as we do each week, let's start with you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name's Alyssa. I'm from a small town in Western Washington called Seabeck. I'm studying nursing with a psychology minor. And yeah, I'm a senior, so graduating in the spring.
All right, from Washington State, what was it that drew you to the University of Mary?
Yeah, so obviously, didn't think I was going to be going to school in North Dakota because it's kind of far away. I got recruited in high school and came on my visit here. And what really drew me first was just like the rich history in distance running. But coming on my visit, I realized like I love the small atmosphere and just like the environment of the school. It's a very like friendly, welcoming campus, and it wasn't until I met with the team that I knew I wanted to come here because the girls, like it's just a great group of girls, and like it doesn't feel like a team, it feels like a family. And I knew like moving away from home, I wanted to be a part of like a team that felt like a family. But yeah, that compared with just like really strong academics because I'm, you know, I wanted a place that I could excel in academics and athletics. So it was just a great fit for me. So yeah.
A former gymnast, it said in your bio. How did you become a distance runner from being a gymnast back in high school?
Yeah, so I did gymnastics most of my life, from really young to about a freshman in high school. And ultimately was just kind of getting to the point where like I will always love the sport, but just it was very taxing on like your body and like your mind. So I kind of wanted to try something new. And so a lot of my friends did track. So I tried out for track in the spring, but I was like, I'm not running anything much. So I did like pole vault and long jump ones and a lot of spring events because I didn't want to run a mile.
Well, obviously, you made a switch to distance, and it paid off this last weekend. A successful regular season culminated on Saturday as you won the NSIC Cross Country Championships. You won by 40 seconds. What does it mean for you to be the NSIC champion?
Yeah, honestly, I'm still a little in shock, but it just kind of like proves to myself that like all the hard work and like the sacrifices and balancing like nursing school and running and like just everything that like I've been through the past few years, it's just like it kind of paid off. So it's been really exciting. And just to do it with like a great group of girls like by my side was really awesome. So
It was a beautiful day in Minot, North Dakota for racing. Talk about your race strategy going into Saturday.
yeah, so honestly I didn't have like the biggest strategy, kind of just usually just try to go out with like the front pack of girls, but I felt really strong at that 1 mile mark. So I was like, okay, let's kind of like press here a little and see what I can do. And then honestly, just kind of kept the momentum going and just tried to press. And I got a little scared towards the end because I got pretty tired, but I was like, well, it's like a few minutes left. Let's just give it all I got. So, and it worked out. So I was pretty happy.
Definitely did. There's an old saying that says the mind quits before the body does. In distance running, how much of this race is mental?
I would say a lot is mental. Like running is just like, because you're just like out there by yourself with honestly just your thoughts and you're just running. So yeah, I would say a lot of it's mental, but for me, I think doing gymnastics for so long helps me a lot because I know that I've had teammates in the past years struggle like just like mentally, like with mental blocks during running. But for me, I think a lot of the skills that I learned with gymnastics has helped me like overcome a lot of that issues and problems. But yeah, it's definitely a tougher sport sometimes.
Head coach Chris Lazard is in his third season as head coach for the Marauders. How does he help you and your teammates prepare for a race?
Well, first off, he just gives us some tough workouts, and really makes us like trains us and prepares us for these races. Because going into them, I think a lot of us feel confident knowing that we put in the work. So I think he definitely prepares us really well for races, and Yeah, just a lot of support too going into it.
On the day of competition, do you have any pre-race rituals that you do before you run?
Um, Nothing too crazy. I think my like obviously just start with like a really good filling breakfast, and then when we're at the course, like when we're doing strides and everything, like most teams do, we like huddle up, but like we always do a prayer together. A lot of us are very like spiritually driven, so it's kind of nice to come together and just like take a moment to like thank God and ask for his strength. So that's one of my bigger things. And then also just like on the starting line, I'll just give one last quick prayer and just calm myself down. But that's about it. But it's all that I need.
Excellent. Second place team finish for the Marauders at the championships. How are you going to use this momentum headed into the regional championships?
Yeah, I think we're going to use it to see what we can do more. It was exciting because we had a lot of girls like kind of reach their potential and see like press, see what they could do. But we also had a few girls that like we know can do a lot better and just maybe had a little bit of an off day. So I think going into regionals, I think we're excited to see that like we know we can do more. So I think it gives us another opportunity to really press and like show everyone like what we're capable of because we've trained hard together and we know that we still have a lot of potential. So
It was a short trip for you on Saturday from Mary to Minot, just a little over an hour, but there's some long trips in the NSIC for you up in Bismarck. What do you think you remember most about some of your time on the road?
um, hmm, definitely just like grinding out homework on the buses. But I think my favorite thing about traveling far for me is just the opportunity to run and explore new places. Like sometimes me and the girls will think about this, and it's like running is such a special sport because like we can practice it like anywhere. Like some sports can't do that. So it's just like something special to like get together as a girls group or even with the men's team and just like run and explore new cities and towns and paths. And those are like some of the memories that you don't think you'll keep with like you forever, but you do. Like we'll think go back and be like, oh, remember that run or that pre-meet. So I think that's probably one of my favorite things, is just running with the girls.
Final question for you. What has been the best piece of advice you've received during your athletic career?
Um, yeah, I think the best advice is just like stop comparing yourself to others just because like in my past few years, I think I got caught up with like comparing myself to like everyone else. Like, oh, I need to be this fast and I need to do this and I think this year it really kind of helped me kind of excel a little bit more. It's just like everyone's on their own journey, their athletic journey. So just taking a moment to like step back and be like, this is how far I've gotten here. Um, and just like realizing that it's like it's doing more harm than good sometimes comparing yourself to others and just enjoy the small things and have fun and make memories. And yeah, so I think that's the best thing that's helped me this year is just change the mindset a little to just
Yeah, it's definitely helped with the NSIC championship. You got the regionals coming up and nationals looming out there. So that's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks again to our sponsor, gpac. Alyssa, best of luck to you and the Marauders the rest of the season.
thank you.